that turned out really cool. That was fun. And this I did in stages. It's got blue coral in it, and little baby starfish, and gold flakes. That one turned out so pretty. It's the first one I've done in actual stages on purpose. So I did all of this with the gold flake and dropped some white down in it, and then I laid my coral piece in, and then added the decorative rock and sand in my resin and dumped it on top once it was cured enough to not drip through. So that turned out really cool. This one, I made two little ones, like clouds and sky. This one I did not get the resin all the way to the tip of my ring holder mold, so it left a little divot, which I put a little rhinestone in. I have not glued it in yet. I was just matching to see which rhinestone was going to fit in there. So that's pretty though. I really like the way that one turned out. And so if you do your ring holders and you get the little hole on top, don't worry about it. Just get a bunch of different sizes of rhinestones, and the next time you resin, knock that out, put the resin in there, and then put the rhinestone back on and tap it down. It'll be perfect. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with your resin and your ring holders. I'm going to be doing those half pours again because it's neat. You can drop little charms in there or whatever. I do want to make a epoxy sculpt mushroom because I want a mushroom in one of those ring holders for this box, this treasure box. So let's go ahead and open this baby up a little. What I started doing was putting tape where on the sides where my hinge holes are, so that when it's getting all kind of gooped up on the side, you don't have to spend a half an hour trying to figure out your orientation. You just open up the box and it tells you which is the front. So that's what I did on that. I'm gonna go ahead and open them up and start working on the inside decor of this little fairy mushroom house that we got going on. Yes, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. We are on a break, but just coming back. So I really like the idea of making this little inside of the box like a fairy lives in here, in that little mushroom. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. But I think before I start in there, in the inside, let's see. Got some blue up here I need to take care of. That's not good, but I'll do that later. Okay, let's go ahead and start on the inside. I'm thinking I would like it to be, you know, 2 stories. Opulent fairy. So you're gonna open it up. So I want like a staircase maybe, or bookshelves, or I don't know, what do you think? On the top and the bottom, we definitely need a staircase in there somewhere. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some gesso in because I want my unicorn spit a little more muted, and I want it to really hang on to this wood. So shake up your acrylic gesso, put a couple globs in the top and the bottom, and then just brush it around. That's what I'm doing. You don't need to, but that's what I'm going to do. When you resin the inside of the box, if you have sealed it with gesso, it just kind of helps give that extra little protection against bubbles as well, because it seals areas and helps the unicorn spit hang on. It's a good deal. So I just want to put white in here now because I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I'm just going to add some white spit right on top of my gesso, unicorn spit to be precise. I see some black in this brush that I'm fixing to use, but it's okay. I don't really care. I'm just putting a base down. That's all we're doing on the inside. Gesso, white base, and white unicorn spit. I can always go in and add dark colors and all, but I just want to see what's going on. So a nice bright background is good to work on. Just brushing it right up to the line of the edge. I think these fairy boxes are going to be a very good seller. Everybody loves fairies and mushrooms. And they're so cute, and kids love them too. So that's nice to have an art studio that a kid can go in and say, hey, this is so cool. I think there's a kid in all of us. I love them. I love mushrooms and fairies. Just trying to get a nice, good coverage. Nice base. The other thing is, do I really, do I want to make it look like it's fairy wood furniture, like made out of sticks and twigs, or, there's so much to go into the thought of what your fairy house is going to look like inside, your little mushroom house. And like everything else, it'll probably change a lot during the process of it, which is why it's so fun. It's just whatever you think you might find in there that you might like. The neat thing is that, when someone looks at the mushroom box, they think, this is how I think they think, oh, cool. And then you open it up and it's like a whole fairy house. Then it's like they're over the moon. That's a happy customer. Those are the ones that I want. Ones that enjoy what you've done, You just spoke to their heart. I love that. That's what painting's all about. That and therapy. Just creating, coming up with cool ideas. Just add a little bit of water if it starts getting a little too hard to push around on your wood, or a little more product. I think I'll add a little more product as well. So unicorn spit and some gesso. That might have been a little too much. Once we get that base in, we can start deciding how it's going to look inside our fairy house. Going to have some things like little crystals or something, because fairies are collectors. I'm just taking some of that gesso and unicorn spit out and wiping it on my palette, which just had the unicorn spit, so the white, so it's fine. Doesn't matter if it gets mixed in with that. As long as what you're mixing your unicorn spit in with is a water base, you're golden. When you want to seal it, you seal it with an oil base. You can use it in gels if you want, and mix it right in. So pretty interesting product, to say the least. All right. I hope you guys are painting. If you're trying to paint the inside of a box. Alright, this one's pretty thick down here, which that's okay because I can only paint one section at a time anyway. So there's the back. Now that we've taken our little tabs off, make sure your orientation is where you want it, how you want it. Alright, so there's the bottom. And since I do think I want the top of this box to join the bottom, I want to go ahead and block in some sort of a design that does that, whether it's stairs or something that kind of carries it on down. I'm not sure what though. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start with making a little throw rug right there, since I don't know where I'm going. So I'm not sure what colors I want, but I think I'm going to start with just the natural wood on, like he's got a wood floor. So I've got some brown, and I'm just going to run it down along the bottom in stripes. To go ahead and give the idea of a hardwood floor. Kind of like that. I panicked, hold on. I just make sure this is opening right. It is, okay. I'm like, uh-oh. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up a little bit higher so I can go back, give it some more depth. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of wet to my brush and a little bit of white. Just go over that floor again with the white. And some more brown. I don't know, has anybody out there ever done fairy houses before, or painted fairy houses? I'd love to hear what you did, how you figured it out. I'm going to add a little bit of black into my wood. I wasn't getting enough depth. All right, and dip it back into the white, and also the acrylic gesso, just blending that in. It's kind of a mousy grayish black right now. This is, you know, you're not, at this point in the inside, I'm just blocking in colors. I'm trying to think, if a fairy walks in, where is she gonna go, you know? So I'm just kind of getting the idea of where the floor is and if there's going to be a chandelier or a bed or anything like that. So not detail work at this point, just color, maybe some shadows. Just the ideas of where you might want something, a table. I do like doing these. I do change them a million times in design, but that's part of the fun of it. If you've ever painted a fairy box and then inside making it like a dollhouse, very cool. I'm just blending a dry brush into the corner, just making it a soft shadow right now. Just dampening the brush and dipping it back into the gesso and the white. And then running it along the floor, give a little bit more lines. We could also do that with the, let's try that. Let's dip that in our white, like we did our mushroom, and see what happens when we just do a line. That's cool. Problem, I can't do a straight line. So yeah, if I could go straight, that'd be swell. But it's actually kind of a cool look right now, so hold on. I think I'd like to do that with their reddish brown would be nice. Let me know how your boxes are turning out as far as the wood floor goes. You know, the gray and white wood floor might be nice as well. But I'm still experimenting with the colors, so let me just keep going. Here's some browns. All right, so that's pretty good on the lines. I'm not too dissatisfied. Just brush over them a little bit with this square flat brush. Thanks for all the likes, TD Gleason. I appreciate you. That's pretty cool now. I like that. So in order to make it look more like it's a rug there, or it's a floor, if I could put the rug in a way that it goes some on this and some up there without making it look bent, that would be cool. But I'm not sure how to do that, so I might just try it and see what happens. Maybe some furniture would be nice. Let me just put white down for the rug for right now, just to give it an idea. I'm thinking like a half of a circle. I'm just not sure which way, so maybe like that. There is something out there making the weirdest noise. I don't even know what it is. Just taking the white edge of a square brush and dipping it in my white to give me an edge of a rug here of sorts. Okay, and then I can add color to the rug or a pattern or something like that maybe later, so you get a better idea of, oh, that's a rug. And the other way is to add a little fine line just on the bottom of the front edge to give it that height that it would have as a rug. Give it a little shadow at the edge. So probably black, dark brown. I think dark brown would be nice. And a little bit of black in it. Oh, there's some black right there. I'll just do that. Okay, this could be tricky because it's so tiny. It doesn't have to be, you know, all the way across or follow the rug all over the place. Just here and there, just a little bit shows a little bit more definition. See on this side? Like it might be lifting up a little bit at that edge. Maybe a little on this side would be good. Just back into the black and the brown. I think we're getting a new security system today. Maybe that's what the sound is I'm hearing outside. Man, I made that rug so close to the bottom. Note to self, don't do that again. Right to the edge, it's so hard to get that definition underneath of it, but you get the idea. I'd like to put some windows in, so I'm going to put some wall up first. So I'm going to do some more white lines coming down the wall. Just dipped it right into my black and brown brush, so it's actually just, it looks like bars right now, but it's going to be wall. And just various colors of black, white, and brown, just at the with the edge of my brush, just coming straight down. And they don't have to be evenly spaced. I mean, it's a mushroom house, right? We got a fairy living in here, folks. It's gonna be cute, though. Okay, and now I'm just gonna, I've got my lines, and I'm just gonna wet my brush down, and I'm just gonna pull down on those lines. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I just want to blend it in a little bit, so it's just water on the end of my brush, just blending that wood look in. Now I'm going to take a little white, because I don't want it all woody looking. I want some whites in there. Just go over the top of it. Poor little fairy. It's got paneling on the walls. That's all right. It'll look good later. Believe. You must believe. Just keep going with it, y'all. Just don't give up. Seriously, you'd be surprised. Just letting my brush hit at the very edge of the floor there and pull down the wall. Okay, I want to do the top with the brown. This is going to be the ceiling of the house, so I've got brown and white now. I don't want anything really dark because I want to be able to put some lighting, some chandeliers or something fun in there, and I want it to be able to show up even after I resin it. So I just want color, some mottled color. That's what I'm looking for. Just something to cover that raw wood for right now. It had the white and the gesso on it, and now it's got a little bit of a beige look to it and browns. Okay, so this is what we've got so far for her floor and her rug. It's a her. It's a good start. It's gonna be cute. I think I want to bring that rug onto that lip just a little bit. I'm gonna try that with the edge of the flat square brush, the magic brush. Just a little bit farther this way, and I think it would be better. Maybe. I'm losing my round of my... And no, it did not look better. Actually, now it looks kind of like a toilet or a tub or some bad. Okay, so no, that was bad. I'm gonna undo that. And that's okay. I'm just gonna dip it back into my black and my dark brown and just take it back. Just add some black stripes going up towards it. And then I can go ahead and highlight again where I wanted it again before. A little more black. But it's fun trying to figure out how to do the decor, you know? It's like, have you ever painted a throw rug before? No, I haven't. But it's fun. Okay, now I've got the dark line standing up too much and it looks really thick rug. It's amazing that just a difference of shadow, what can happen when you start doing that. I'm just blending colors, trying to still figure out where the edge of the rug is. It'll just go back and forth until I get satisfied, that's all. Sorry. I'm trying not to put like the detail in right now because I have too many big areas, like, you know, staircases or railings or chairs, cupboards, bookshelves, things like that to put in. So I just want to block those in, like this is where the bookshelf's going to be. That, like if you were rearranging your home, you know, you just move everything out and then start putting things in, the big things where you want it. And that's how you do your painting. And then you can go back and detail what you want on those shelves, and it's fun. So, but I think that's where we're going to leave it right now. Is we have the inside wall of the upstairs room. Have nothing in the bottom yet, but there's the outside of the first mushroom box. It's coming along. I do like the vibrancy and the lighting on this box much better than the other. This is going to be cute. And then on the blue that is drying, kind of a different feel. It's definitely more like spaceship looking. But it's cool, and it may, you know, appeal to somebody. Not done. I'm just going to mist this with the spray sealer to give it a nice, that Minwax polyurethane, give it a nice set after it's totally dry, and then we'll start working on it again. Probably Thursday you'll see these boxes again, whether we're working on the inside or the outside, I don't know, but it's mushroom fairy time is what it is. So that's what we're going to be working on. Does anybody have any questions? Hey Bob the ghost monkey. Welcome. Guys, thank you for pouring on the love and the likes today. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone here. Every time you share a video or like it or whatever, I thank you very much. And so I hope you happy painting, and I'll see you on Thursday, 11:45. We'll just continue this mushroom box and the other one. Love and light to everybody, and thanks Sherry for your moderation today. Thank you Shannon for showing up as much as you could, and everybody else for coming in and yakking it up. All right, love and light. Bye. So this is inside the mushroom treasure box.